pivotal space. Some pivotal space, no, you try as much as possible not to lose the ball there. You lose the ball, no, your transition, you can't recover. And they so recover. Yeah, because a if you want to start being po. It's any question lose the ball, no. It is a lose the ball, no, what there. We hear Obia, to me under pressure because Debia, Yaba Presso. And Martin Zubimendi seems as on a fantastic option for the onslaught episode. Now, yes, Martin Zubimendi, a 25-year-old defensive midfielder of Real Sociedad, fantastic player. Don't make us overcomplicating Noma. He's one of the simple players. Johan Cruyff Kasimbi or say football is simple, but playing simple football is the hardest thing. Football and you complicated a simple football, simple and normal. Oji anu pass, enye normal chinchini bia. But say obaji pass no, eno so ya dia edin. Don Zubimendi ema those difficult things no, eye overly simple. Eno na Zubimendi eye ho adwuma. Now ye hwe Zubimendi heat map no. Zubimendi heat map indicate player or ye adwuma won fifi ho. Eti ni heat map no, baby a aso red ne pa, eye mfifi ho no. That middle third and no one defensive third. A hono and also red pa. Etunya Zubimendi meaning so when you be easy in the midfield. You should the positions or ball last season. Zubimendi can play as a central midfielder, so only defensive midfielder boy. Eti over to me a Zubimendi with a typical number 6 obejina nechi. No akwa nanim over to me abo. Over to me so about Zubimendi as a DM. Eti onu abegina chiro no apre chiro wi anu asabwa a progressive link attack na ma Zubimendi etumi yema. That is how good as Zubimendi. It is Zubimendi can play as a lone pivot in a 4-3-3, as a double pivot in a 4-2-3-1.
Martin
Zubimendi no. Lone pivot. Ono akasa nyina ono no anya piapia bon. Te say the Rodri, te say the Busquets no. Zubimendi betumi aye. So we pay Zubimendi with either a deep line playmaker number 6 or a defensive job na mano. And answer a box to boxer and also in a Zubimendi betumi. So as a lone pivot or betumi abo, as in a double pivot Zubimendi betumi abo. Now you show Zubimendi the best of progression. And if a pan na Zubimendi or person with jina no progressible. Don't Zubimendi are no person jina backline anymore. It will no backline anymore. A one person jina or ye involved in the play. It will show imagine that Facebook now. Zubimendi and a Real Sociedad backline anymore. It's a one done and float what me use as a means of say or draw pressure. It's on himself Zubimendi. Certain being Liverpool baba. Omunyina himself Zubimendi never progressible. But it's we are attracted to Zubimendi where be a space our baby mobi. It's the original pivot, original backline anymore. About me open space. I want in chain. I'm an teammate to me receive. It's baby Zubimendi there or pepper. Our person original. In front of the backline. Fanijina backline anymore. Or J. About to me on the half turn. About to me on the back of the shoulder. So the actual player be don't Zubimendi bet me in all angles. Zubimendi are fantastic. Zubimendi bet me so split two center backs. A Twitter image in that Facebook now. Zubimendi in this instance, I will say, Obi Sadono, pressure on one day. It's a honor air or cocoa backline, not to me boy air progression. Meaning say, you won't say, in front of the backline, Zubimendi can help you progress. I know bet me so I insert as split center backs, that's why I said you manamo. And I'm sure also, I start now or using a 4-2. It is a Zubimendi to me jina backline in India or by Liverpool easy to adapt and also be jina backline in him. It is one McAllister, so I Curtis Jones on the omre in terms of baby or best starting the progression or idea free. And you're trying to touch his power or areas or touching ball on the power last season. Ubo say a infinity hono. Infinity one Santa line and him Santa line echi I want to Zubimendi a touching ball ni ye pa. And none of those Zubimendi a year one. It Osha imagine that Facebook to see and I don't down 12% our center muno. Sa center ni mu hono. A hono touching ball on the power. It's in front of the back line. Also enya wide area.
Yeah.
Enya chen by a center area ho. A honsu na down and slot a double pivot no opeso mu operating.
Okay.
It is all this Zubimendi by Liverpool. Baby obejina progression there. Enya problem. because coach now Obaba Bono on person the DM back left center back, on person the DM back right center back, on person the DM no, it does all split it 2 center backs and that's a defensive line in him. It is meant to my home. Don't as a DM, a dear was expected from DM and say he must be able to play under pressure.
Join the live. Oh, Facebook, Angel FM, Kumasi 96.1. Liverpool, Zubimendi, Martin Zubimendi. Beba na se oma no ba no ma ben and no de ba be kan Liverpool team no tactical breaking it down ti Facebook ube share ube follow ube like it no wa drop your comment e dia my Angel FM Kumasi 96.1
Angel boss medical pivotal space no one asem space na e da pivot no any backline in finfin no any pivotal space it is a bobo na uhia obi a obetumi abo under pressure. And those Zubimendi is that type of DM now, or to me under pressure. And last season, Obo passes 377 under pressure. Emu 329 and a quarter. 377, no, Emu 329 and a to me yes successful. Meaning say 87% of the passes no, to me quarter under pressure. It is a pressing Zubimendi. Zubimendi jibo now we taking gidigidia. Zubimendi bet me a passable and or passia a very successful. Zubimendi always shows as a pass option under pressure. So the team who chileno, the player who chilena. Zubimendi baba ababa beno. No man a pass option. No to me a piabo na man. And also na do eda Facebook no. Nipa 4 and a year around Zubimendi. But Zubimendi found. Or go show for the ball. It is possible man under pressure. Obet me hold ball no atani no appear. And I say who say so or say appear under pressure or pass under pressure now 87% of the time. So this is a fantastic player. Or to me progressive ball no, but under pressure is important. He is coming to a league that will be a pressing. Liverpool over Arsenal ma home to. Arsenal be pressing. Over Man City. Man City ma won to oba presso Chelsea be presso West Ham munya be presso meaning say you need a player under pressure he doesn't fumble on fumble so obaji ball na no ho pepre no so wo team no so watch no o center backs watch no ni full back watch na you need your DM to appear in between the lines as a pass option eti obi age ball no ho kire no ye hwehwe DM na DM ni he is shying away from pressure. Oh no, slow pressure into Wodani, but Zubimendi the ontisa pressure ne banu, na or appear for the pressure. It's if a one man under pressure or under pressure now, or bet me aja progressiamo, and ye who from the passes no so or under pressure. Don't ya won't say otumi under pressure no, ya say otumi progressible na because as a DM you must be able to progress the ball. It's otumi progressible no because what you man say over set tempo over link play. And answer to so team now or board no and no adwuma or the DMs no eye no eti ya hwe say Zubimendi etumi progressive ball na don Zubimendi ni progressive passes per game eye 5 ni progressive carries per game eye 1 progressive passes 5 progressive carries 1 and then the pass completion eye 86% meaning say e ba so obo pass na e be fa e wo soro but the progressive passes na 5. And to say other top DMs are omudia nam 8 ni ebi nam 7 meaning say Zubimendi about progression or to me abwa a progressible but any suru because anam the fofana dey be 2 jane 8 but we dey 5 meaning say obetuma abwa progress but ensure any suru now yan hwe makasa progressive passes enye ni nya na line breaking passes obetuma progress but breaking lines but Zubimendi don obwa a breaking lines. Last season in the Champions League, about 64 line-breaking passes. Line-breaking passes, Maku 64. Though about just 7 matches in the Champions League. 7. No, about 64. It was striking average, you know, a little bit over 4 per game. Line-breaking passes from a DM. It is a winner obi to say Zubimendi. No ball progressive ball na. Enya se ball no ball kwen nim for say or ball kwen nim keke. But otumi boy e players e free. Allocate players in between the lines in the pockets. And moment to me receive it is only Zubimendi. Sabozlai can stay high up the field. McAllister bet must stay high up the field. Salah bet must stay high up the field because he can locate these players. obetumi locate omo tokro bi a wusebia Zubimendi betumi locate
with our pocket passes
no in between the lines opia the same out because don't want to be more 7 matches in the Champions League. No, Salzburg ni Benfica mu group obeshia PSG obo 64 line breaking passes. It's not a fluke.
Incredible.
Incredible. Na juma wa ye no. It is a Liverpool nya this kind of player. When you will be all progressing under pressure amount. What say you will be or to me locating players in between the lines in the pocket. That is how good a branch friend is Zubimendi. And don't you share the line breaking passes ni be all born. Ebini. We meet full line where you team are all defending deep.
Now my Facebook for me join it. Facebook o say line breaking passes ni bini.
Yes.
When I am over kind match crawl.
Where Omone Granada.
Okay. Okay. Sociedad.
Yes.
And Granada.
Yes.
There's a La Liga game. Now.
Yes.
Join the live on Facebook, Angel FM Kumasi 96.1. Tactica and we to our man tema. GCB Ocean or talk more.
Talk more.
Yes.
TOKMOGH.
Yes.
Talk more.
Angel. Yeah, hey.
Don where Granada a defended deep. Omu defended deep no. Zubimendi side in the 9 left and a elbow pass no. On your right. But side in the 9 left no and a pia pass no. It's also say or sell to me you should both foot and be dexterous player from a DM. Obey you see the 9 right at the piasim, obey to me you see 9 left at the piasim. A been saying another low block from Girona when to or sell locate will be in between the lines. Obobo on the manner a midfield line frame. A located player no up the foot our pocket him or down one or face back line. That is how good as Zubimendi. Another one pass a midfield line in your frame. A located player no have space in him or Giana or progressive on the accord. So with Zubimendi or progressive on amount, but not just progressive or progressive keke, but line breaking passes, finding players in the pocket, finding players in between the lines. And when your player be say McAllister didi, Sobosila didi, because you McAllister or Brighton and Brown number 10. You Sobosila our Salzburg in Leipzig. A hono ombetumi yomu creativity nedi. E hu hia so ambasa drop deep. Ababaji ball asade akọ because you have a player bia obetumi allocate you our final third in him. Enu na don Zubimendi edebeba no. Yaka progression, yaka how to play under pressure, yaka baby original the progressive ball. DM so dey don wadwuma ba ko ne say obetake. You are shielding the back line.
Yeah.
Ball no ekwa ni mu na kwatikema. When I had the first line of reaction. Eti debi ameka Rodri asem baby a Pep eta position Rodri no eya nkofo bebre ni nkon ball side no baby a ball no wo no na Pep position Rodri maybe 2-3 meters away from the ball because on himself ball ni come Rodri na very first liner obe assess sa ball
the defenders mo a omo hu a wona eso uhia
wona esa uhia gina ye and luckily for Liverpool positioning Zubimendi one of his best attributes not just on the ball but off the ball. Say a quite first for position who I intercepted balls. Onimjina. Otumia Serjuman Edmount. And Ocean statistics now. Interceptions on my 37. Or intercepted balls 37. Meaning so but to me position who I balls no every passing lanes in him come at the amount. Ocean the tackle percentage now a 55%. Meaning okwa tackles are otta to me we be. Not just a okwa ya no okwa kocha. But quite to me, Quaquajibo Edeba, the dual swan, 54%. A from the so attacking from auto sliding, he's taking in a leg, and also 54%. And I don't the height, a 5'11, 5 feet 11. Meaning, sir, on shutdown what? On your be what? By any area dual percentage, 61%. For player on what? Means okwa elbow bia 61% of the time obefa. Where you're concerned at the Liverpool for no because Endo 5'9, McAllister 5'10. Eti umfinfin wono omo betumi abo base ni nya ye omo ye ntiatiafo. Eti wo hia obi a oye tough physical presence e won finfin ho. Eno so abe lacking for team my friend Liverpool. But Zubimendi okwa area duos na otumi fa. Zubimendi ko area duos a otumi fa. That is the most important thing. And Shani height no find the estimate no. 61% of the time okwa area duos obetumi apiki those area duos no. And Osha baby a or picking those ground duels now. Middle third, defensive third, a hono yen edumano. It was sticking in a leg or sliding or positioning one interceptor. Nina Zubimendi able to me ayama and Zubimendi impressive. Emmanuel Aguasil, makane man to man asamna okono.
Yeah.
And slot so come man to man. So from a man to man system to a man to man system. Simple, no adaptation gidi and ebini. Where Barcelona sama to Mambasa ho chromo with the man to man pressing. Zubimendi na pressing pivot no. And slot also pressing pivot jumps on pivot. A full pack man to man. It is Zubimendi bar. All winning ground was, all winning area was, all position who are intercepting. Over to me, so I press at the amount. That is how good as Zubimendi. And don't usher 4 goals as a DM. It is those late surges into the box. Those late runs into the box on Zubimendi at the amount. And so or Bono outside the box and also to me a threat at the amount. And Otumi both set pieces. Zubimendi bet to have a set piece with the good delivery now. Oh yeah, at the teams no. Meaning sir, if you get Zubimendi, you are getting a player done. Otumi bo under pressure, or progressive one amount, or ball line breaking passes mount, or we have said defender shadow back line amount, a complete deal at that.
Okay.
It will be set him nima or baba boy, and those Zubimendi injury record no.
It is saying.
You're showing injury record no. Last season on your 2 injuries, hip injury and a hamstring, or the missing 7 matches. I was through by and suddenly 7 matches the whole season from injuries, 2 different injuries. Oh yeah, since Liverpool bet to me a manager no. Say Zubimendi never started in the DM, not Endo your backup. I don't say and suddenly bad because Endo no free to guard the ball, no not in the form no also. It is on Zubimendi there. Say Liverpool yana Omanya a very fantastic player and the consistency last season. And so na down.
Okay.
Asuso so green 7.0 7.3 green kwa
green the other who here bet to cry so green and there's a normal fine.
Yes it when you play an injury record nin said that you sa but player was higher consistent or pick former and boss player.
Wow, tactical sports biggie for the tactical breakdown here. No size inti we could talk more GHR. I may assure say penny for no no more big